So welcome everyone. Hi, my name is Karl. I'm from Serato, and I'm going to show you some of the newer features. We're using the Rain MP 2015, which is one of the latest club kit mixers. And please, if you have questions, let me know. If you have questions, just raise your hand. I'll try to answer them as well. So we try to make it a bit of interaction with you guys. All right. So the setup that I have here is a Rain MP 2015 club kit mixer. So that means it's fully supported in Serato DJ, but it does need a license for it. So yeah, if you want to use this mixer with Serato DJ, you would have to buy a license. Because it's not like the Rain SL3 or 62 or the classic mixers from Rain. This one is club kit certified. That means you buy a Serato DJ license, you can use it with Serato DJ. You buy a DVS license, you can also use it with control records like these. Both of these two licenses together are called the club kit, and it's a reduced price bundle. If you have a Rain SL3 at home, you can still use that, of course, but for the club standard mixers like this one, or the Pioneer 900 Nexus, or the 850, or also the Zone, Allen and Heath, DB2 and DB4 and 43C, they are supported now, but you do need a license for them. We have two types of hardware now. Ones that unlock the software on their own, and ones that do need a license. That said, once you're in the system, you get free updates, you get new features, you get bug fixes, improvements, all of this stuff for free. And there are also some premium features that you can buy as add-ons. We call them expansion packs. And I'm going to run you through some of those. So the first I want to show is Serato Flip. Who has heard of Serato Flip? Have you seen Serato Flip, or have you used it maybe even? Can I see some hands? Anyone on Flip so far? No one? All right, so let's start with the basics then. Can you still hear me well? Just to check. Is the voice all right? Cool. So Flip is automating your cue points and your sensor actions. So that means you record your cue point drumming to the track, and it's only automation. It's not recording audio, so you don't lose any audio quality while you record it. It's just recording your actions and then performing them for you. So there are a few use cases for that. The easiest one is make your own edits. For example, you have a song that starts right with the hook or with the catchy drop or something, and you want to have an 8-bar intro for that. You can just use like a bar at the end of the song that is only instrumental, play that 8 times, jump back to the start, and then play through the rest of the song. I prepared one of those. Let's have a look at that. So you have a new tab here if you have Flip enabled. I will just zoom in. This is hot cues. Can you see it on that screen over there? This is flips, and this is loops. So in the flips tab, you have up to 6 flips. Each flip is like a version of your song. So in this case, I have a clean version now of this song. I have an instrumental. I have an 8-bar intro, which I'm going to use now to show you this first use case. And the fourth one, I don't know what I did there. It's just some random one. Maybe I delete that one. All right, so this one is now on. Now when I start the track with this one, you will see we'll play through these 2 bars 4 times. So that adds up to 8 bars. Then we'll jump to the start of the song and then play through the rest of the song. So you have like your extended version on the fly without losing any audio quality, because it's only automation. It's not re-encoding, re-exporting from Ableton or something else. It's just automation. Let's just have a listen how that sounds. Sorry, once again. And I show you in another view so you see it better. So it's jumping over these 2 bars 4 times. After the 4th time, it will jump to the start of the song and play through the rest of the song. That is, that's it. That is another flip. You can also use Flip to censor your song. So you want to play a radio version of your song, you only have the dirty version. You can't play that on radio. Let's just enable that one. It's playing backwards whenever Dr. Dre is cursing, so it's going back and forth in the song. Watch the blue marker approaching. So that's the easiest way to use it. Let's have a look on how I did that, so you know how to actually use it yourself. So basically whatever you do with your cue points, you can record that to your song, and also the censor button. Let's just create a new flip on the fly. So we'll go back to the start of the song now. And I will open the flip tab, which is this one here at the top. If you have the flip expansion pack, there's a new button here at the top. This one. And what it does is it toggles this flip tab below the waveforms. And in there, you can just click this button to start recording, or you can use your hardware or your keyboard to arm and disarm recording. So this is basically just arms recording. The button is flashing because it's not yet recording. And as soon as I start drumming my cue points, it will record the flip to that track on that deck. You can use your hardware to enable and disable recording as well with something like the SP1. Let's have a look on that. So in the hot cues mode, the left parameter button arms and disarms recording. When I press this is flip recording. When I press it again, it stops the recording. If you don't have hardware like this, you can also MIDI map it yourself to any hardware that you might have at home, like a Akai LPD8 or whatever you have at home. Or you can use the keyboard shortcut, which depends on your regional setting. I have an Australian keyboard, so for me it's the shift key or the slash key. I think for the UK keyboard it should be the hash key. Whatever is next to the enter key is the flip recording button. So when I press that on my keyboard, it will also arm and disarm flip recording. Now that flip recording is armed, I can just play with that. And I will use another song for this. So everyone knows this song, nobody really likes it, but we sometimes have to play it live because it's still a demanded song in nightclubs. But maybe you want to flip it a little bit. So recording is armed. I will now just play with the cue points. It will record my actions and I will play back in a loop. That's all I had to do. Louder. I just made a house version of it real quick. Let's have a look at another version I created a while ago. And back to the original. So what I just did is, in the hot cues mode, this is the hot cues mode, and if you press the hot cue button again, there's a secondary mode which controls your saved flips. So you can trigger them, jump between them, and you can also disable them with shift. You have up to 6 flips per track. You can use them for live drumming, as I said, for edits, for tone play as well. And they save with the track, and the last flip that was enabled when you unloaded the track will be re-enabled once you load it again. There's a good use case for that. For example, you want to play a song as an instrumental, but you don't have the instrumental. You can just make a flip out of that song, just 2 bars of the end of the song, keep it enabled, and every time you load that song, it will just play it as an instrumental because it just loads that flip automatically. So I will give a little demo on that. Let's just use Dr. Dre again. I will play a flip here that is just instrumental loop. And I will play an acapella to that, which is Biggie. I will use sync as well. I can't scratch with this mixer because it doesn't have a crossfader, but it should be alright.
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine.
And now I will just replace the instrumental on the fly. Press sync. I will replace the instrumental now with another song on the fly. The song I'm going to use for that is not an instrumental, it's a regular song, but it has 2 bars of pure beats on the beginning. So I will use the flip to automatically enable that. Just quickly press sync, and I can replace one instrumental with the other on the fly.
Now I'm in the limelight cause I rhyme tight. Time to get paid, blow up like the world trade. Born sinner, the opposite of a winner. Remember when I used to eat sardines for dinner? Peace to Ron G, Brucey B, Kid Capri.
That's also a good reason to actually use sync, because you couldn't do that with just mixing. I loaded the track on point, and then I pressed the sync button quickly, and the new instrumental would sync automatically to the old acapella that was still playing. So all you sync haters, there are reasons to use sync, I guess. Alright, some more use cases for flip. Same song again, Dr. Dre. And I will use Hello Black. I Need a Dollar, everyone knows that song as well. I do a little kind of a tone play with that. So once again, I will just press the record button on my controller, and I will just use 2 cue points and mimic what Dr. Dre sound. Too quiet? Better? Thanks. So I will just use 2 cue points, play a little melody with them, then I will transition into Dr. Dre, which has the same kind of tone pattern.
And if I share with you my story, will you share your dollar with me?
Then I will just drop in Dr. Dre. So that's the idea. All right. I think that covers it for Flip. Are there any questions regarding Flip so far? No questions for Flip. All right. Some more features. So one for the turntablists. Any turntablists here? Turntabilist DJs? All right, that's one. All right, so let's have a look at that. When you load up your song, the regular way of doing it for most people is they load the song, and then they set the sticker to 12 o'clock or to whatever they want. I have it on the needle. And then they press the cue point on their controller so that the sticker on the needle lines up with the sticker on the software. We have a feature that's called Sticker Lock, which does that automatically for you. So whenever you load the next song, the sticker will automatically be aligned to where it should be, so it is where you expect it. So that's really easy for turntablists to quickly play routines or to beat juggle. I will just show that by just loading one song after the other. And if you can have a look at the record, I think it's not really visible that well, but there's a sticker here. Just watch the screen over there, the right one, and watch the sticker over there. And you will see the cue point will be at 12 o'clock whenever the sticker hits the needle. That's the sticker, that's the needle sticker. That really helps when you want to DJ fast, because you can like just switch song after song and go to your set. All right, another new feature we have is beat jump, and there are creative ways of using it and like more mixing type ways, and I will show both now. So I'm going to use this song. Everyone knows this song as well, I think. So the first way of using it is if you mix and you dropped in the song too late or too early because you don't want your choruses to clash or two verses to be on top of each other, you can just perform a beat jump back 1 bar or forward 1 bar or back 2 bars or whatever you need, and it makes your phrasing right. So you mix in time. So you don't only take care of the beats per minute and the syncing of your tracks, but also the phrasing. So for that you would use a beat jump value of like 4 beats, just jump over whole bars, and it stays in time relatively inside your bar. It just jumps over the whole bar. Let's have a look on how that sounds. One more thing, it's also mapped on your hardware if you have something like the Pioneer SP1, and you can also map it yourself on your own MIDI controllers. In loop rolls mode, if you have the feature enabled, the bottom row, can you see that? The bottom row will become beat jump controls. The outer pads jump forward and backwards. The inner pads control the size of beat jumps. So when I press these, I will just show that on screen. So this is the beat jump section. The inner pads control the size, and the outer pads do the actual jumping. So a 4 beats jump is just a full bar. You can get in time quickly if you dropped it too late. But there's a more interesting way of using it, I think, which is to use it as a performance feature. We also call that the cheat juggle, because you can kind of fake what DJs can do with turntables, the juggling. I can't do it anyway, but I have an excuse today because I only have one turntable as well. So even if I could do it, because of the turntables, I can't do it myself. So I will use this feature to fake it a little bit. What I'm going to do is I use a quarter beat jump value, and I will just jump backwards quarter beats inside the track. same thing forward. It sounds interesting as well. Let's just do it again. Back to the start of the song. And forward jumps. It's a swinging sound. Five minutes? Thanks. That was beat jump in a nutshell. Some more features for working DJs, I guess, that you like. One is AM mode. Have you heard of that? So DJ AM came up with this. Rest in peace. He had the idea of not showing the songs he plays to the guys gathering behind him when he was DJing, because his booth was always packed with people, everyone looking, what is he doing, which songs is he playing, and he didn't want everyone to know which songs he plays. So if you press Alt-M or just enable it in the setup, it will hide your track titles from the decks. So now the track titles are entirely gone. But maybe when you're drunk while you DJ, you forget which song is playing on what side. So in that case, you can just click on the decks and it will just flash quickly, just for yourself. Disable it again with Alt-M, or in the setup with display hide track titles. There's a setup option for it now. Another one that I would like to show that I think we're the only ones that have it is EQ colored waveforms. So once again, when you're drunk, what I do quite often is I'm mixing the next song with only the bass. So I kill the bass of the current playing song, and I drop the bass of just the new song, but only the bass. But then I forget because I'm like slightly tipsy or something, and I keep forgetting that it just plays the drums for a long time, and I don't want that. So we have a feature that helps you avoid this, which is the waveforms change color according to the EQ settings. So now we'll twist the EQ knobs on this mixer. If you look at the waveforms, they change color. So you can fairly easily see where your frequencies are, and it reminds you to keep going back up with your EQ, with your highs and lows and mids, or whatever you killed before. If you don't like that, if you just want to see the regular song, you can turn it off as well. Alright, I think we're running out of time, but the last thing I want to show you is Pitch and Time DJ. Pitch and Time DJ is a plugin that is once again a paid expansion pack. It's based on a Pro Tools algorithm, which is still industry standard. And what it does is it keeps the pitch while changing the tempo. So you can ride the pitch fader to crazy levels and still have a great sounding original key of the song. Let's just use a song that everyone knows again. I will go to internal mode, so I can write massive pitch changes, or actually this turntable has plus minus 50, I can use that as well. That's good. So I will now go down to minus 40 or something like that.
I need a dollar.
Still sounds pretty decent, I guess.
That's what I need. Hey, well I need a dollar.
That's Pitch and Time DJ in action. And we're at minus 35 now. We'll go down to minus 50 now. That's as far as my range goes on this turntable.
That's what I need. And if I share with you my story, would you share your dollar with me? Bad times are coming and I reap what I done sow. Well, let me tell you something.
Alright, that was Pitch and Time DJ. And all the expansion packs, you can manage them inside Serato DJ by just clicking the My Serato button at the very right here. Just clicking My Serato. And there's a button called Expansion Packs and Activations. I can't access it right now because I'm not on the internet, but if you're online, you can use that, log in with your account, and manage your expansions. You can also buy them in-app. Once you have them, all of them are listed here at the Expansion Packs tab of the setup. So there's Pitch and Time DJ. There's Flip, and there's also Serato Video. I think, Mark? One more thing. I didn't show that so far, Serato Video. So all the songs I'm using are actually music videos, so I can just DJ with video at the same time with audio. That's a nice thing to your set when you play like a little bar. Maybe it's not too crowded and you want people to get in and stay there. The visual effect just really keeps them there and gets them going. I use that quite a lot. Let's just have a look on that. Sorry, there's a lot of noise, so the tracking is not as good at the moment. Let's just use internal mode for that. So
troubles to roll, and I'm looking for somebody come in, help me carry this load.
there we
I
are.
need a dollar.
This is the video now, and I can scratch it, I can mix it.
Well, I need.
So when I scratch, the video will scratch as well. Now turn the EQs or the effects. It will affect the video, so everything is tied in. Kind of works for you in the background. You don't even have to worry about it. It's designed so that you, as long as you have the content, it's fairly easy to DJ with videos. It's the same as DJing with audio, really. And if you don't have content so far, there's also a way we can help you. If you buy Serato Video, you get 40 free videos from Extender Mix, which is a great record pool for videos. And if that's not enough, you can just buy more from them. They have a great, massive pool. Just check them out. They're really good. But we get you started with 40 videos when you buy Serato Video. I think that covers it for today. Last chance. Any questions you have? All right. In that case, then thanks for coming. Thanks for your attention.